Hello, everyone. We're back, and now we're gonna be with Regal and Mario, who's gonna show us a pretty nice race on Dark Souls, any percentage, no wrong word. So, Regal, Mario, introduce yourselves. What is this about?
Hey, I'm Regal.
And Mario.
I have the record for this now. Mario is you're in third place now?
I think.
Yeah. So we're pretty experienced runners with this category. And just to explain like what we're going to be doing. So there's the any percent category of this game, which you access Gwen, like the final boss, by doing a wrong warp to get into the final area, which skips a large portion of the game. The record's like 21:17 or something. But this category, there are no wrong warps allowed whatsoever. So essentially, what we're going to have to do to get to the final area is kill all of the Lord Soul bosses. So there's Bed of Chaos, there's Four Kings, I can't remember the other ones for some reason, Seath, and Nito. We have to kill all of those guys and then offer the souls to the Lord Vessel to access the final area. Because that is, as far as we know, the fastest way to get to the end of the game without wrong warping, and so that's what we're going to be doing today. And it's a good bit longer than the any percent run, like 15 minutes, 17 minutes longer.
It's much different too. We use a completely different weapon. We go completely different ways. It's, in my opinion, more interesting and by far my favorite route of this game.
There's a lot more content in it than any percent. There's a lot more strats and glitches and stuff you have to do, which is cool. But it's also like not as long as like all bosses, so it's kind of this like perfect in between, at least in my opinion. Some people might like shorter runs, some people might like longer runs, but like to me, this is like the perfect one. The only issue with it, or not the only, but one of the issues is that you need the fastest route, you need to farm a Black Knight weapon, and the Black Knight weapon routes are way faster than the alternatives. So that is one problem with it. But we're going to be using a tool called Gadget Mage to guarantee the Black Knight weapon drops for race purposes. And so you'll know that we got a cheated weapon when you hear the sound effects that we have for our Gadget Mage programs. But we might get a legitimate weapon. And you can tell if it's legitimate because you'll actually see the prompt of the Black Knight weapon appear on the screen.
I like the built-in that cheat.
But most likely this will be cheated runs. So yeah. This should be fun.
There's also a lot more dying in this category. So
yeah, this is not a very race.
It might be very interesting.
This is not a race-friendly category. There could easily have one of us dying and losing a ton of time, but then the other person could too catch back up. So it'll be interesting to see how far the person that finishes is ahead.
If anything, we hope at the end it's interesting.
Yeah, hopefully.
Be it for being a good race or being, a clown quinceañera.
Yeah. Okay. So we got Mario. Are you 2?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course I'm 2.
And I'm going as 12. So this is the first showdown of the 12 versus 2 for the championship.
We're here to prove math wrong, and that 2 is greater than 12.
Hopefully the first of many, but we're gonna see who's gonna get this first one, whether it's 12 or 2. Okay. So
all right.
I'm ready. Are you ready, Mario?
I'm on okay to confirm the character.
You want me to count you down, Milt?
Yes.
Okay, so on go.
On 3 or on go? Okay.
On go. I'm gonna start at 3 and on go. You ready, Mario?
Yep.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Good luck.
Good luck.
Okay. So, first part is going to be pretty simple. Asylum. We got these black fire bombs, which are going to be useful on multiple things, but the first thing we're going to use them on is to kill Asylum Demon, because fighting Asylum Demon with melee is super annoying and slow. And we need these bombs anyways. Like, you need the master key for this route, but the cool thing is that the thief class gets a master key for free. So we can just pick the black fire bombs as an extra item, and it probably saves like 30, 40 seconds to just start with black fire bombs, which is a big deal. Like, there's some drawbacks of starting thief, but the time save of starting with fire bombs and key is just so huge. And I got a bad attack from the Silent Boom.
Yeah, same.
And so there's going to be a bunch of strats that we're not going to use because they're IGT strats and they're not really fast for an RTA race like this. The first one that we're going to skip is quitting out at the wall for Oscar to blow up the wall. Just going to send the boulder down normally because it saves time in IGT, but in real time it's pretty slow. And so we're going to skip like opening the door, quitting out on door opening animations and stuff too. Unless we forget, because it's just so ingrained in our muscle memory.
I was having such a hard time remembering to not do certain stuff yesterday.
Yeah.
Also, we're not going to be using all the fastest strats, of course, because some of them are extremely dangerous to do in a marathon.
Right.
Or in general.
Yeah, like RT. I'm not doing RTSR Nito. Yeah. I'm not gonna do the Crystal Cave slope quit out.
Rigo knows all that way too well.
Yeah. I'll be taking some safety bonfires. Like, I'm gonna take the ONS bonfire, for example. But we're gonna try to go as fast as we can without being too risky. This is the first cool strat. If you open up this key settings menu when you jump into the cutscene, it stays open during the cutscene, and it skips the Firelink arrival message and allows you to just immediately start sprinting, which is pretty neat. It doesn't save a lot of time, but it's cool.
Yeah. And this is where the route already diverges a lot from any percent, because we go through the Valley of the Drakes instead of going up the Nightbird.
Yeah.
Because here's where we're gonna find the Black Knight and RTSR.
Right. Yes, and getting RTSR saves a lot of time in this run, mostly on Four Kings. Like, the amount of time you save on Four Kings alone makes up for the time it takes to pick up Red Tier Stone Ring. There is an alternate route that no one really likes and no one runs with the Black Knight with the Black Knight Greatsword, where you don't get RTSR and you go through Undead Burg. And you actually get into Sin's Fortress faster with the Black Knight Greatsword route, but you just lose chunks and chunks of time over the course of the rest of the run. So BKH route ends up being about 20 or 30 seconds faster by the end of it, just because of the time save on boss fights. But BKGS does start off like a minute faster at the beginning.
And RTSR just makes some fights so much more consistent.
Yeah, like the BKGS route is really not that hard. It's honestly like a decent beginner route because you can just make a lot of mistakes and not get super punished for them like you do with the BKH route. But it's just really annoying because the boss fights are so much less consistent because you don't have RTSR. But
some of them are annoying even if you would have RTSR, like Centipede.
Yeah, dude, Centipede with BKGS is so bad. It's awful.
Do you remember the one case though?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Alright, this is the first part that I am horrified of dying. Because it's the RTSR pickup and we could get a stored roll by landing there, down there. And that's slow. Turns out.
Well, even if you don't get a stored roll, these guys can still like give you a lightning spray that kills you.
Yeah.
Okay, I made it safe.
Oh my dog. Oh, I wasn't that much safer, but I am alive.
All right, cool. And so, here's another thing. We would also normally do an IGT strat here with this up warp on this elevator, but it's slow RTA, so we're just gonna take the elevator normally. Oh, also. In runs, we normally don't pick up that 1k soul that Mario was just talking about. We normally do a quit out next to the Drakes to influence them to suicide. But obviously that's not fast RT. It's fast IGT, although a little inconsistent.
Yeah, it's super annoying. You can like stay there quitting out for a minute and he won't get a suicide. Super
Oh crap!
long.
I popped the wrong soul, but it doesn't matter.
Nope.
All right, that's a good Black Knight pattern. Let's see if I get the halberd.
That's a fake halberd for me.
Yeehaw.
All right, that is
So as you
a
can
fake
see
one from me.
In our inventory, as we equip the Grasscrest shield, we have the halberd, despite now having it dropped. Because we're cheaters.
Yeah. So yeah, like I popped the 2K soul in the elevator instead of the 1K soul, but you only need 1K to upgrade the war pick anyways. So.
Oh, but doesn't that influence on the amount of Kestas you buy or not?
You need to buy 12,
Oh, no.
12 Kestas.
Gross.
See, that's why I did it, just so I could buy.
Yeah. Sure was.
So we're gonna get the Twinkling Titanite from this lizard here, just because we need some Twinkling, and we're gonna up here at Andre, we're gonna use a dupe called a negative quantity dupe. It's a little too complex for me to want to explain it here, but
Yeah, it's
we're gonna
pretty-
be doing some fancy menuing to drop a negative amount of Twinkling Titanite, which
that.
if you drop,
That's something I want to do slower as well. Take my time
yeah,
with it, I
same.
guess.
If you drop a negative amount, it actually gives you a positive amount because math. And so we'll end up with 10 Twinkling. Actually, in my case, I'll have like 13 because I'm gonna buy extra cases.
Oh, that's
Well,
so much
I'll
more.
just be safe and buy some extra arrows. I'm not sure if the menuing is gonna work out. I think it would be fine.
Alright, I think I'm good.
All right, yeah, I did that extra slow, just to make sure it didn't. If you screw up that menuing, it's like awful for a time.
Yeah, it's bad. I think you can see my cursor as well, so you might have seen all my mouse movement.
All right, so if you just saw that -8 prompt show up, that's what I use. That's how I drop the extra Twinkling, and then it gives me Twinkling instead. So you have like 1,000 souls less than I normally should, but we'll see how I think the levels should work out just the same, honestly.
I think it should be fine. Oh, I missed the bow SGS. Already losing.
I hit it. You're a little bit
Cringe.
ahead of me, actually. Not much, but a little bit. Although I just got the bow SGS, so I'm probably ahead now. Yeah, so that's a cool trick. Like normally aggroing that hollow can be kind of a pain because he's not super random. Like it's nothing like the Bloodborne Wolf, if you're familiar with the Bloodborne Wolf skip.
But he can take his sweet
Yeah,
time.
sometimes he can be pretty slow still. But if you shoot him with the arrow right there, he comes at you with pretty consistent speed. And it's also just faster to shoot him with the arrow.
Like 6 seconds.
And
or something?
that's Sin's Gate skip, which like I don't know. Most people have probably seen Sin's Gate skip. But yeah,
I didn't see any question marks in chat,
Yeah.
so I assumed that was bro.
But yeah, just to let you, that's like a death cam setup that deloads the gate and allows you to run right through it. So we're skipping all the way into Sin's Fortress already. And this is good because we don't have the souls or the levels to wield the Black Knight Halberd yet, but Iron Golem drops like 40,000 souls. So we're going to be able to use the BKH right after Golem. But we need something to kill Golem with. And part of the menuing that we did at Andre was to get the War Pick and then upgrade the War Pick to +5. So we're going to be using that on Iron Golem, along with, of course, Red Tearstone Ring, which we'll be using on pretty much every boss as well.
So
We're gonna do a quit out here to skip this boulder because it would absolutely kill us.
yep.
And then after this quit out, we're actually gonna intentionally take damage from this arrow trap. Just jump into it, taking a counter hit, and that gives us a perfect RTSR setup. The rest of Sin's Fortress is pretty basic. You just slap this guy out of the way. Keep running. And so there's a coming up. There's a time save on Golem, which is pretty skill based, which is getting the bomb cycle. And the bomb cycle starts like right here, right when I get out of this fog wall. And so what
And Bob is our worst enemy
Yeah.
when trying to do that.
Yeah, you want
Bob is the archer.
Yeah, Bob is actually the true boss fight of this segment. So you want to get through
I
this
messed
segment
up.
quickly. You don't want to screw up your move swap. You want to just do everything just right to get to the fight quick enough to where when you kill Golem, you just barely make the bomb cycle. So
Yeah, I
not
messed up already.
Yeah. Not only is it on you to get through the segment quick, but you also have to deal with this asshole. We call him Bob, and he was nice to me there, but he can be really annoying and screw up your cycle, or even kill you. But the Golem fight itself is pretty easy. Well, it's consistent. It takes some practice, of course, but it is a very consistent fight. Just do
I'm definitely not making a cycle.
You just do move swap, R2, R2, and there he is. And I should be able to make the cycle here. Yep,
So Rigo basically won, guys. GG.
yep.
Let me
Imagine
wrap it up
missing the Golem bomb cycle, dude, in 2021.
I think I could have made it actually, but I peached it.
It would have been way too peach for me to skip it. My indexing is off, so my Golem soul didn't go to the right place.
Oh yeah, my same actually.
Yeah,
It's
it's because I popped the 2K soul, I think. All right, so here now that we have all these souls, we can level up to use our BKH, and I should have enough souls here, even though I did my souls incorrectly. So we're gonna go +5 BKH already at the very beginning of the run. 11.
Very good.
11 endurance, 22 strength, and 18 dex. Just a little bit of extra endurance and then enough stats to wield the BKH. So we're going to be mid-rolling for a little bit, but it shouldn't be that big of a deal.
Yeah, we used to do Ornstein's Mo at first without any level up, then +2, and then
Yeah.
+5. And the upgrades are always such a difference.
Well, I used to, when I first started doing this, it was ONS with, I failed to jump in Orlando. When I first started doing this, it was +0 ONS. And that was...
But didn't you have a lot more strength too, I think?
Yes, you did, but it was still worse than +2.
Yeah.
So you, in like PB attempts, you would not heal here. But we're gonna be taking the bonfire anyways, so the time save isn't that big of a deal. So I'm just gonna heal up for safety. Because you can, well, not only is it dangerous to run through Anolondo without healing there, because everything one-shots you, you can get hit on that ladder I just got off without doing anything wrong.
Yeah. There's no dodging that one. And here we're gonna set up the war pick in a certain way that we'll have to remove it. The spot in the inventory is actually gonna be replaced by the by the halberd. So if the Black Knight archer gets on our way, we can kill it with it.
Yeah, we can immediately equip the BKH really quickly. You don't want to.
I got the sour please, Dargo.
Oh, nice. The thing is, you don't want to run through Anorlando with the halberd already equipped, because like I said earlier, we mid-roll right now because we don't have a lot of endurance. So if that Silver Knight blocks you up ahead, you want to be able to quickly equip it, but not already have it equipped. And then, so that menuing we did there was a little bit of indexing to make sure it's the first thing that comes up when you go to equip. So I gotta listen here.
Yeah, we need silence in the crowd.
Yeah, chat, could you please keep it down? Yeah, I had to kill the Silver Knight.
Oh, he took his sweet time shooting arrows at me. So
Like we said earlier, we're gonna take this ONS bonfire. because it's just like this. Honestly, with BKH plus 5, this fight isn't that bad, but still, this is a this boss can meme you. A small mistake can get you killed.
I'll be leveling up endurance just to make sure I don't lose these spells because they're gonna be really.
If you're taking that bonfire anyways, it's like kind of like might as well just use them.
Yeah.
You're gonna be leveling up endurance later anyways. So.
And we set up our TSR with the Silver Knight. Normally we would be taking damage from like gravity throughout on Orlando, but since we took the bonfire.
Yeah, you gotta use the Silver Knight. That's part of what the time save is for no heal in Orlando.
And coming up is the infamous Ornstein Smoke.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be doing it like basically at the same time.
Yeah, I just got into the fight.
I just got lightning. Great.
I got the good opening.
So this is like bad RNG for me. Let's see if I can handle it.
I got a really concerning smell afterwards.
God.
Oh, dang. Oh, I died.
I died too. He shoveled like a foot away from me.
I didn't do a running attack. I did another one.
I killed Ornstein and then Smo shoveled right in my face. So.
God damn it.
Alright, well, still tied, basically.
We're in sync. How cute. I'm just through, dude. It was bad.
I got lightning, so...
No, I threw.
Okay. I tried my best. But, yeah.
So now the fight is gonna be different because it doesn't have the cutscene and it can go south really quickly. So let's hope for the best. Oh, and I got lightning. Okay, let's quit out on this one. Not taking that. Alright, buddy. Be nicer to me now. Okay, that's I think it's the nicest thing he could have done. Alright, that's a nice orange then.
That was a good, or a pretty decent second attempt right there. That shit. Right, so normally we would quit out on this door, but...
Yeah, same for me.
Shoot the big lady. And there, we can do another key setting skip here. To skip the Lord Vessel prompt. Then warp to Firelink. And then we have a really interesting skip here called Blighttown skip, which is a little too complex to explain, but basically we're going to be doing some Miyazaki magic to clip out of bounds and then do a seam walk followed by a unique air roll strat to go straight to Quelaag's domain, completely skipping Blighttown altogether. This is a pretty tough skip though, so I'm going to try to concentrate.
I almost leveled 16 endurance.
Yeah, because you already had it leveled up. Yeah.
Yeah. I can hear the controller ASMR on Regal's end, so I know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, when you hear the controller, that's when you know you're dead. Alright, I gotta.
But this skip is amazing because a lot of things had to go, like, line up perfectly for it to happen. So this is like the coolest skip in the game.
Yeah, there's like a whole lot of things that require the skip to work. Like several pieces of tech like stacked on top of each other. I fell off once. So this is like basically a pixel wide seam. So this walk right here that I'm doing is actually really fucking hard. I only fell off once. Usually I don't fall off at all, but it takes a lot of practice. And you can still just fall off. Like, it's really hard. But I got through it. And then I do a quit out here to do this unequip air roll.
My Simorphos.
Nice.
Oh, now as I was about to say, I fell on the straight part.
Nice. Alright, so here's Quelaag. We don't have RTSR for Quelaag because it takes too long to set up RTSR.
Yeah. However, we could get it, and that's the fastest strat. But it's very concerning.
Yeah. You can get it if Quelaag hits you. I'm gonna roll that.
Oh my god, I didn't roll.
I'm stuck inside of her? Okay.
Mmm.
Okay, so here's
right.
another skip coming up. It's really cool.
Got it.
Fire Sage elevator clip.
Known dyers.
So you just stand in a certain spot and then you just spam quit outs. And I'm gonna clip through and hopefully not hit a branch.
Branchers?
And plunge right on top of Fire Sage Demon, who's right below.
That should have been a bet if we were to get branched or not.
Yeah.
Yes, that is a classic.
Yeah, this is a classic way to have your run get killed, which is mostly out of your control. You could probably set it up to where you never hit the branch, but it's just too slow. Okay, we're good. We're safe. Alright, so I'm gonna... So Fire Sage's AI isn't loaded, and you just R1 and then R2 him. He's dead. And I'm gonna take this bonfire up here for safety, because dying here would be really big time loss. And Centipede can... Centipede's usually fine, but he can be a memer. So I'm just gonna take a safety bonfire.
He was being terrible to me in my practice.
Yeah,
bro.
he can just be awful. Like when it goes normal, it's like a joke boss fight, but...
Oh my god, I slid on the branch, but I still got it. Oh no. Holy moly.
Yeah, when I did last time I did a marathon run of this, I just took that Daughter of Chaos bonfire.
I should have done that. I was scared of it, dude. Monka giga.
Yeah.
Alright. Are we doing the same as Regal, getting this one fire?
Okay, Centipede is acting nice.
Rare occurrence.
That was textbook Centipede fight.
Yeah, this fight, for example, is one of the big difference between BKGS and BKH in terms of having RTSR or not, because this fight can be a nightmare with BKGS.
Well, it's not only do you not have RTSR, but you're move swapping the boss. And move swap Centipede is it can be very concerning.
Oh.
Yeah, I hope you guys brought your sunglasses for Izalith.
Alright. Textbook Centipede too.
Nice. So this is honestly, not this part, but the upcoming boss is the scariest part of the run.
It's bad.
Just because, I mean, if it goes well, once again, it's nothing. But the boss can decide to use a firestorm attack, like, I don't know, maybe like 15% of the time. And can be really difficult to dodge the firestorm consistently. So if we die to it, it's awful. It's like horrible. It's like probably the worst death you can take in the run. So hopefully everything goes fine for both of us. If I die in like any other part of the run, it's like not a big deal. Like you just run back. But with Beta Chaos, like yeah, because then you have to fight. You have to at least do part of the fight with like casual strats. And if anyone that has fought Bed of Chaos knows, like, the boss is horrible, casually.
And we're gonna be using bombs to break both of the limbs necessary to open the crater.
Yeah, it's a strat called Toki Bombs, which has been around for a long time. It's... If anyone plays this game a lot, like doing challenge runs or whatever, I highly recommend loading this strat. Because it makes subsequent playthroughs a whole lot comfier. But like I said,
it's badass too. You can flex to your other friends.
And it's really not even that hard. But like I said, you can still get firestormed in the tunnel by the boss. and that's concerning. If you have a lot of HP, you can survive it, but there's no way we could survive it even at full HP with this loadout that we have.
Even wearing armor, whatever, we still get one shot. Are you inside it yet?
I'm throwing the bombs right now.
Okay. I'm gonna fuck it. And we're gonna be setting up stuff for the next split too, while sliding down the ramp.
Okay. No firestorm.
Oh, nice. So they're fine. Me too.
Yeah, good luck. Alright, so I'm moving on to Sif now. But first I need to level up to 28 endurance. Ooh, I actually need to pop I need to pop a soul because of the extra 1,000 that I wasted earlier.
Oh no. I dodged it.
Oh, dude. Nice. So we don't have enough souls to get the Crest of Artorias from Andre here. So normally we just prompt swap it. But I didn't actually have enough souls to even prompt swap it because you need at least 800. So I had to dupe a soul there. Because I messed up my soul pops earlier on in the run, so I just didn't have enough.
Upcoming for Regal is gonna be the hardest skip in the run.
My nemesis, Ruin Skip.
Everyone's nemesis, dude.
Yeah, there's a really finicky skip coming up to get the stone armor quickly. We're gonna be getting stone armor because not only does it help for some RTSR setups, or one RTSR setup, but it's useful for Nito because it allows you to tank all the skeleton attacks in the Nito fight without getting staggered. And with Ruin Skip, it's really fast to pick up the stone armor. But it is a really easy skip to miss, even though it's not really that hard. It's just very finicky.
Yeah. And like collectively as a community, we've been having a hard time with it lately.
Yeah, mostly
like even
me.
Runs outside of No Wrong Warp.
Mostly me, though. But if you miss it, it's like not the end of the world. It's like you lose about 10 seconds. But in PB attempts, you know, obviously, like, it sucks.
Did you quit out for the Sif door?
I did.
Not the Sif door, the...
Oh, I got it! Oh, I got it!
Oh, no. I have to got it, boys, otherwise it's GG.
It's frame and pixel perfect.
Depends on the air density around you. Room temperature.
So there's another quit out that you would do, or I do, for PB attempts at the Sif door,
go.
but I'm not going to be doing that.
The dream is alive.
You got it? Nice.
Yep. I don't want to jinx it, but this is going much smoother than...
Yeah, no, this is going pretty good.
We even died at the exact same time, bro. At ONS.
Oh, I forgot to get the Hornet Ring, dude. I'm so used to doing it with the quit out strat, dude.
Would have been a shame you forgot it. I totally never forgot to equip it at Gwyn.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so here's a cool RTSR setup for 4 Kings. Hopefully I don't die to it because it's kind of precise. But yeah, you're just using a setup for fall damage on this elevator.
Alright, that was an interesting Sif.
My Sif was fine. I just had to go grab the Hornet Ring after I killed it.
It did the spin twice, and then it jumped back, so I killed it in 4 attacks. Oh, I'll take that.
The double spin attack.
Yeah.
I forgot how to fight the boss without the quit out, so I just like was flailing randomly at it, but it worked fine.
And Regal is extremely humble, but he was the one who found this setup for Kings.
Yes, I did.
Oh, that was close, RTSR.
Ooh, I got the Ivan seal skill.
Ooh, well. Look at this guy saying that he's not gonna do hard strats.
Dude, it's easy. I haven't done it the normal, quote, normal way in so long. I've probably screwed up doing it the other way. All right, so here's 4 kings. And we're going to be trying to get 2 kings by doing a lot of extra damage to the kings as they die. And this used to be one of the most difficult things in the run, but since we now have +5 for the fight, it's a lot easier than it was.
Did you get 28 strength?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, 28 strength allows for an R1 at the end rather than a running attack, which makes the fight a little more comfy.
I got a grab in my face.
That's always nice.
It went okay though. So well, I guess I don't have to dupe the soul here because I'm not doing the up warp, so it's not a big deal. Right. So I should be able to get 2 kings here, as long as like I don't royally screw up the second king. I've already messed up. Should be fine though.
Oh my god, this guy. Oh, yeah, I messed up.
It's really easy to attack on the second king too.
I did an R1 instead of a running attack right at the end of the first king. Frick.
I think you could still be fine. You just have to do some more setup on the second.
Yeah.
I accidentally did the first running attack on the second king too early, so I only got 1 hit on him and had to like lose some time to that. But I got 2 kings, so it's all good. All right, and this is the Seath segment.
Got 2 kings as well.
Nice. It's still anybody's race right now, especially if like one of us dies. Like if I die,
because the upcoming segments are pretty lengthy run-throughs.
Yeah, they're not really necessarily the hardest segments, but if you die late into them, you lose a lot of time. So hopefully nothing goes super wrong. I'm gonna be doing some like extra safe strats after Duke Skip. Not doing the slip quit out. There's a skip on this segment that if you're going for like optimized PB attempts, you'll go for, because it saves like 15 seconds in-game time, but it's really really hard and easy to die on, so I'm not going to be going for it in the race. Even though Mario and I could maybe get the skip, it's just really not worth it, especially because it's not as fast RTA. It still would be faster, but not as much. And just super easy to die and lose 1,000,000 years. Like, literally 1,000,000.
Yeah, Josh Kata, Kata did an all bosses run at GDQ once, and he attempted it a couple times.
Yeah, and he failed it both times. Lost a lot. Although, like, that run was really good otherwise, so he was still well below estimate. But yeah,
he could afford attempting it a couple of times.
A whole lot of time. All right, so here's Duke Skip. Everybody's probably familiar with this. Nice, first try. So I didn't land on the railing, so I have to knock this hollow out of the way. Okay, that was weird.
Yeah, if you land on the railing, we can just run past him.
Yeah.
Much more convenient.
And there's also a ladder skip here that you could do, but I'm just gonna play it safe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
How would you set up otherwise? Oh, but just falling, I guess.
Yeah. I'm gonna do the peach drop and everything.
Oh my god, that was so close.
What?
I
Board?
ran on the left. No, my Duke skip.
Oh, okay. Yeah, mine was pretty sketch, but I
That's super close, dude.
So this,
I'll go for ladder skip.
this part of the run is pretty, like, safe. Like, these enemies, unless you do something really wrong.
Alright,
much
got it, so I
can't hit
basically
you.
saved 1,200 years.
And there's
Not 12, too.
there's like a number of different ways you can go through this area, and I'm gonna be doing the slowest way, but it's really safe, so it's not like a big difference anyways. You just don't want to die here. It loses a whole lot of time.
Yeah. I just don't know how to set up stuff anymore.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'm so used to doing the slope quit out that I don't want to even bother doing like manually drop, because likely to fail it since I haven't done it like hardly at all, because I'm used to doing the slope quit out. So since I'm not doing the fastest method, I'll just do the super safe brainless slow method. All right, so this is probably like the last concerning part of the segment. It's just trying not to get any clams in the fight, so we need to do very specific pathing to get around them.
I did a slightly more risky setup than Regal there, because I did a plunge with the BKH.
Yeah,
At a
that's
certain...
Mario used to do that. I never did the plunge.
Yeah.
I went from manly drop straight to slope quit out. So I never even did the plunge.
It's a good in between.
Yeah.
If you don't want to jump straight into the doing the slope quit out.
That's Seath.
No climbs.
No climbs. Okay. So
I am getting on it.
here's the penultimate segment. Neato. This is pretty sketchy segment in general, but I'm not going to be doing RTSR for Neato, so it shouldn't be as sketchy as it normally is in my PB attempts, but there's still some memes that can happen with Catacombs specifically. There's a Catacombs plunge that we're going to be doing that is pretty fast. It saves about 12 seconds versus not doing it, but you can get messed up by the enemies if you get unlucky, which that's in my PB. I lost like a lot of time because I got hit during the plunge, and you have to quit out and redo it. And then there's also, after you do the plunge, there's immediately after bone wheels that can easily kill you while you're on your way to Pinwheel. If you're familiar with IR Full, even Pinwheel can be dangerous.
Yeah. That's a classic.
And quit out here to reset these skeletons, because they're all aggroed right now. It also skips the lever animation, but RTA, it's not fast. It's just, you don't want to deal with these skeletons. So here's the plunge coming up right here. Alright, that's good. I mean, that's safe if the skeleton rolls there. Nice. Okay, there's the plunge. Onto the bone wheels. Okay, alright. So that was pretty smooth. I got nicked by one bone wheel.
Chat's talking about witches? I don't understand what they're talking about.
Oh, there's no witches in this.
Running as a meme or something like that? I don't get it. Someone said Bloodborne. I never played that game.
Yeah. What's Bloodborne?
Oh, I died to the plunge.
Oh, man.
No.
Well, that puts me at a good advantage here, unless I die somehow in Tomb of the Giants.
Oops. Ah, that's a shame. I was too far left.
Did you get hit, or did you just mess it up?
No, I just rolled wrong, I guess.
Did you roll too late or something? Because sometimes you'll get like a really like slow fall.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I didn't even get any anime.
I've definitely died like that before, because you get like the extra slow fall on the plunge, and you can still survive it, but like you have to time. It's so much more difficult to time when you have the slow fall. So yeah, that can happen.
Yeah, that's mostly on me.
Yeah. It's still, like, even though, like, yeah, you could have salvaged that, it's, like, definitely a lot harder to time the plunge when you get the slow fall. I've been trying to, like, jump in a certain way to where I, like, hit and never get the slow fall. I'm working on my jump there for that. Because it's a whole lot easier when you don't get the slow fall. And, like, when you get the fast fall, you also roll super far off the platform towards the bone whales, which is nice.
Yeah.
Here comes Neo.
There we go. That's what I'm used to. The bone wheels were alright. So the part I'm in right now, that was the hardest move swap of the run.
The pinwheel move swap?
Yeah.
That is like weirdly like difficult.
Actually impossible to do. And here, right after pinwheel, we do kind of something similar as we were doing with the key settings window. We skip the rite of kindling message to be able to get the ladder right away.
You can just open the start menu with that because there's no cutscene. That was a slow Nito fight, but I took it pretty safe.
Yeah, if you don't YOLO Nito, it should be fine.
It's really easy if you don't go for like super risky strats on it. Alright, here's the last segment. Hopefully no memes with Gwyn. If I die here somehow, Mario could catch up, but this is a pretty consistent segment. Right? Yeah. This is a pretty consistent segment.
Fuck.
Oh, I would hate that for you. Alright, so the first thing we gotta do is set up RTSR on this Black Knight. This guy can be a memer, although he's usually good. Yeah, that was perfect right there. Nice.
Very happy for you.
Mario, it was literally perfect.
Good, nice man.
Oh, I got the run killer from the BKGS Knight. Yeah, you gotta be careful with that guy. He's like one of the last few things that really threatens you. If he does that sideways attack, the horizontal, you gotta roll it.
Many people lost decent pace runs to that.
Oh yeah.
It's a good meme though. It's good to laugh it off. Did you get a scream?
Nope, no scream. I got one AoE.
No, because I was wondering. Oh, nice grab, man. Very cool. So I wonder if we would show the
the block strat, which is pretty cool.
The scream pack.
You have your Hornet.
So yeah,
thing
this
on?
fight. No, not yet. I don't equip it until the end of the Nito fight. That's why I miss it sometimes.
I equip it on the warp to Interlondo.
But now I do.
Oh, nice. Grab from Gwyn. Another grab from Gwyn.
Nice.
Another
does a couple
grab
more.
from Gwyn. Jesus.
Go, Gwyn, go.
So, all right.
Some 800 more grabs and I can catch up.
GG, Mario.
Yeah, good job. GG. This was way better than
this
a lot
was
of
pretty close. It's just that one death that you had. Yeah, what
Nice
if
throw.
Gwyn could have grabbed until Mario showed up? That would have been would have been quite the meme.
I think if I have gotten ONS first try and died on the plunge, I think it would be super omega close.
You would have been ahead for most of that. Because we both died, ONS. 41-42. Nice. I had the lightning
nice.
on ONS. Which
And I was just stupid on ONS.
GG.
Yeah. Hey, Milt.
I'm right at the end too.
Alright, let me open up so I can watch you.
I don't think we mentioned any time throughout the race, but we did toggling a bunch, like toggling the weapons. And sometimes that can break enemy AI, and that's something you really don't want to do in certain parts.
Yeah,
and
even though it's
the first
faster,
part,
like it can make enemies act
Yeah.
really weird. So like in the kiln, you don't want to toggle.
got a low flight.
Boom. The berry.
Oh no!
Wait.
I missed the second one.
Oh no!
Oh god. No.
Oops. Finished way over the estimate.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a classic though. In marathon.
110 for the estimate is a little too high. Did you do that, Milt?
I think we just did it to match the other one.
The other one? Yeah, I mean they are pretty similar links, the Demon Souls of this.
Alright, let's try that again. Alright, textbook Black Knight. Very cool.
Yeah, the first time I was like about to get the record for this category, I failed a Gwen parry, so I
Almost
know
got
exactly how it feels.
The Goomba Stomp too.
Yeah, like literally about to beat the record, gonna be my first record, and then just failed the Gwen parry. it was so awful. I almost quit speedrunning after that. It was like the worst.
That's a little extreme. Well,
Yeah,
turns out math was right. 12 is greater than 2.
12 is, yeah. For today.
Today. Maybe another day.
Dang, dude, 61% predicted you.
Wow. Appreciate the confidence.
These clowns in chat. Yeah, Carl, you went with value. See? I told you.
Grabbers? There we go.
That's the Gwen I know.
45
Nice.
something. Not bad.
45 something.
32, 31.
Nice.
God, I hate this fucking music at the end. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
That felt way better than I was expecting.
That was fun,
34.
man.
Yeah.
It wasn't like we said at the beginning, like this could have been like a shit show, but it ended up going pretty smooth.
Could have been so much worse.
No major deaths to like yeah, Mario died a couple times. I died to ONS, but we didn't die in any of the really bad parts. Neither of us.
You guys died to ONS incredibly synchronized. Like,
Yeah,
we-
that was beautiful.
That
Yeah.
was
All at
hilarious.
the same time.
That was good. And the Gwyn death was just content.
Yeah,
That doesn't count.
Exactly.
It doesn't count.
Right.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
really fun.
Yeah, that was awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Yep.
And for today, at least 12 is on top.
Yep.
So it's a good.
We shall settle this another day. In
Yes.
another opportunity.
This isn't the end of 12 versus 2.
Not by a long shot. But yeah, I hope everybody had fun. Thank you, Rigo, for initially asking me to do this race.
Mm-hmm. And thanks to the Demon Souls guys before us. They did a
Yeah,
great job.
great show too.
And thank you, Milt, for doing all the work.
Thank you guys for offering the race. Both races were really fun.
Yeah.